Okay, wonderful, girls. We will continue with the examples that we have left yesterday. So we have x take away 10 over 2 equals to 5. Now my question is, what is the first step that I have to do to solve this equation? So I'm hoping that you're not saying that I have to add 10. If you are, my question will be, why that's not the first step? What do we see here? This divided by 2. Why I cannot take this one first? And the reason is because this 2 is affecting both terms on the denominator. It's as if I had the brackets here and everything was being divided by 2. Okay, girls? So that means that my first step that I have to do is to times by 2 on both sides. Okay? So I have to align my equal sign. What do I have left on the left-hand side? X take away 10. What do I have on the right-hand side? 5 times 2, which is 10. Okay? Wonderful. Then what is the next operation? Then I have to add 10 to both sides. So I align my equal sign. What do I have left on the left-hand side? X. And on the right-hand side, 20. Okay? Wonderful. Now let's do question 5. So question 5 is equal to 11 minus x over 6 equals to 9. So, wonderful. So what is the first? I want you to ask, how is this question similar to question 4? So hopefully you're saying both of them have a denominator. Okay, how are they different? So what happens, how are they different? In this case, the 2 is affecting both terms, whereas here the 6 is only affecting the x. That means that I'm going to solve it in different way because this 6 is not affecting this 11 here. So my first step is going to undo what this is 11 is doing, okay? Different to what we had here. So this 11, what operation is it doing? I'm hoping that you're not saying it's taking away because you're seeing this 11. Remember that the sign, the negative, belongs to this term here. So what sign does 11 has? Is it positive or is it negative? So it's positive. Agree? The 11 is positive. So if I want to undo it, what do I have to do? Take away 11 on both sides. So what do I have left on the left-hand side? Negative x take away 6. Don't forget about the negative. Align your equal signs. What do I have left on the other side? So it's going to be take away 11. That means that this is going to be equal to negative 2. Okay? Now, what do I have here? The 6, what is the 6 doing? The 6 is dividing. Agree? So how do I undo that? We can times by 6. Now, I want to do it here in one way, and then I'm going to do it blue in here. So if I times by 6 on both sides, what do I get? Negative x is equal to negative 12. Agree? Which means that positive x is going to be equal to positive 12. And that's your final answer. Agree? Now, in our lesson last week, we saw that if I have a number that is multiplying a fraction, then to undo it, I can multiply by its reciprocal. So I want you to look at here. I can say that I have like negative 1/6 times x is equal to negative 2. Do you agree? This here is like a negative 1/6. So what I said last time is when a fraction is multiplying a pronumeral, we can undo that operation by multiplying by the inverse. So x will be equal to negative 2 times negative 6 over 11. Remember that the reciprocal of negative 1 over 6 is just flip it, so it will be negative 6 over 1. Why, you might be saying, why are you putting the negative on top and not on the bottom? I always put the negative on top because it's visually it's more clear for me to remember that there is a negative if I have it on top. Now, it doesn't matter if it's on top of and bottom. What it means is that the whole fraction is negative, in the same way that here is saying that the whole fraction is negative. Okay? And this means that this is equal to x. Negative 2 times negative 6 will be 12. Okay? Wonderful. I'll continue in the next video.